Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. I'm your host, Davo.
I'm your host, Chamber, and welcome to the Growers Not Showers podcast.
Woo!
Hey, Shane, you didn't tell me we're doing the podcast with the Armenian CC punishment.
Wait, what?
Oh my God. Now that I'm thinking about it, we threw on that backwards cap. I was like, oh shit, it is the Armenian CC punishment.
I've worn my hat backwards for so long. Hats forward just don't look good on me. I don't know what it is.
Fred Durst called. He wants his look back.
Yeah.
Chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water.
I wonder how that actually tastes.
Ew, I want chocolate starfish and hot dog flavored water. Ugh.
Or just hot dog flavored water.
Well, if you're really talking about chocolate starfish, like a chocolate starfish, or you're talking about the butthole.
Either one.
No, I was talking about the hot dog flavored water, but
that shit's disgusting. It'll make you throw up. I've actually drunk hot dog flavored water. Have you ever kissed a
chocolate starfish? You gotta move your thing so your face is visible. By the way, Sven.
Yeah.
Who are we talking about? Me or like?
I don't want you. I'm just asking in general. Have you kissed a chocolate starfish?
No.
Like lick the actual butthole? Like put your tongue in the butthole?
That's not what I said. I said, have you kissed a chocolate starfish?
And the answer
it's a yes or no question.
I'm not saying shit, dude. I feel like I'm getting judged on my freakiness right here, you know?
Well, it's just a question.
Shane's already talked about a lot of his freakiness in the past.
I mean,
so.
you know.
Yeah, like why so shy now? Why are you clamming up? What the fuck?
I mean, you know, I eat ass, just not everybody ass.
All right. I'm not personally I'm not a starfish eater. That's just me. But you guys can do what you want in your own free time.
What you do in the privacy of your own house is your own business.
Right.
Until it's no longer
unless you're doing it at an Airbnb surrounded by like 8 other men.
Oh damn, man, I'm getting judged hard.
Have you been in that situation before, Iceman? Is that
no?
Were you bringing up past trauma?
I'm bringing that up for Chain, maybe.
He's bringing that up because I was at an Airbnb with like 8 other men.
That's fair. Yeah, how was that? I never even got to really ask about that. Like, I know you said you had a good time with like CC and all that stuff, but that must have been weird, just being at some random house with the 8 other dudes.
You know what? It was just, it really wasn't as bad as I thought. Consider the fact that, like, you know, I pretty much grew up in a frat house. Like, you know, my whole life has always just been like me and the homies and stuff. So like, it was just like that. I mean, it was
just
everything.
Feels routine.
Yeah, like
to have just men surrounding you.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I'm just used to seeing dudes in their underwear and socks and beer just everywhere. So it's
one
just
black
routine.
guy surrounded by like 8 other white guys there in the middle of Texas.
I've always been the black dude with just tons of white friends.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Chambers black?
I've always been that black dude.
Really?
I've just always been that. I'm just a black dude around sea
Chambers,
full of white.
the whitest black dude I know.
That's fair. I mean, it is what it
Fuck
is.
You.
I wonder why that is, though. Why are you attracted to the whites? Is it because we're a superior race? Is that what it is?
Whites. No. You know what?
Armenians even considered that?
Well, I mean, I am half white, to be fair. German, English, Irish, French, Italian, Polish. I'm all of it. I'm just Europe, basically, except for Spain.
To keep it 100 with you, I don't know. It's just I've never been that person to judge. I have a lot of black friends, you know. I have a lot of white friends.
That sounds like the typical white excuse. I got a black friend.
Nah, I don't know. It's just that I think maybe I've always been a person, like, I'm a friendly guy and I don't really judge my circle. If you want to hang out with me, black, white, Mexican, yellow, orange, brown, whatever color you are, I roll with you.
Yeah.
I fucks with you. You know,
that's honestly fair, because I didn't have like other than like past Jared, because he's the whitest man in the world. Like, I think the only other, like, I had you, and then I had John, and then Oscar. And then John and Oscar are Hispanic. You're half Brazilian, half black. And so I didn't have white friends for like a fucking year, and then Iceman pops his fucking head out of nowhere. And it's like, hey man, what's up?
I don't know. I mean, I've always relatively kept my circle small, you know.
I
But
just
then
meet people
again,
I
my
like around
circle
me.
I mean,
grows
I just want to ask this,
any
Shane.
kind of size.
Let me ask you one thing. Am I invited to the cookout?
You're so dumb.
Iceman, if anybody's invited to the cookout,
It's you.
it's you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay,
Iceman,
let's go.
especially if Iceman making that mac and cheese, man.
I was gonna say the only way I'm getting in is because of my mac and cheese. That's it.
Davo, you'll be invited, but you know they gonna be looking at you weird, like you know.
Well, I
You
promise.
gonna have at least the old people in my family go, yo, who invited Al Qaeda here?
Yeah, yeah, pretty
Like-
much. Yeah,
like, you
that's
know,
fair.
Like I'm gonna have that one racist cousin or uncle be like, yo, like you know,
What's up
I'm
with
just letting you
9/11
know.
over there?
Yeah.
Like you know, I'm just gonna
What-
let you know I'm watching you, fam.
Where's this
And they gonna be
motherfucker's
like-
headscarf? I know he's got one.
Yeah, they be like, what you turban? I know you got one. Like, you know, there's always like that one racist black person that's gonna call you out on everything. He gonna call you Al Qaeda,
Yeah,
you know,
that's just how it goes.
Saddam Hussein. He gonna say something
Listen up,
to you.
Bin Laden.
Yeah, Bin Laden.
Laden.
He gonna call you something. He gonna be like, look, man, I know you. And then he gonna be on the cool. He be like, yo, got some of that anthrax on you? Try to start that, homie. Try to get some. I heard you mix with PCP and do all this other shit. I heard it gets the bitches crazy, man. Is it true? They gonna try to hit you up on some dumb shit. You gonna be like, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, Uncle Elroy, I'm gonna whoop your ass too. Yo, Chain, your uncle over here tripping.
Too funny.
Yeah, like you know,
Oh,
black people, we're ballsy. We'll ask you some stupid
I'm
shit.
very well aware.
I'm gonna be sitting at the table, be like, "Yo, Chain, where the collards at? Hit me up with some hot sauce. Let's go."
And
Fair
then
enough.
the first thing that's gonna happen is my mama or my grandma be like, "Ooh, I like this white boy." They gonna make his plate, and they be like, "Ooh, you like the collards? I'm gonna give you some more, baby. Here you go."
Well,
And he
you're-
gonna be like, they just gonna pamper him because Iceman, you see, he nice, right? He gonna be flirting with all the black women, all the older black ladies. They gonna love him because he's just a bald white guy. They gonna be, "Oh, you just cute. You need to meet my daughter." Like. For real, Iceman, he gonna fit in great, dude.
They're gonna associate
Nah, when-
him with Mr. Clean.
What?
I
When
seen
your
you on
mom-
that commercial.
When your mom shows up, we'll FaceTime Cece and be like, "Hey, there's someone who's been talking shit about you. You need to like set this man straight."
Well, your mom
Yeah.
said that she loves me, so I'm already in the clear to
My
go.
mom likes everybody.
That's
She's
fair.
a sweet woman. The funny thing is, though, like this is the crazy thing. My mom is one of those people you can meet her and you instantly have a connection. I've seen her with kids, adults, and everything.
She's just a
And,
loving, fun person.
But
That's just who
no,
she
it's
is.
so weird. My mom will meet somebody and they could be having a bad day and she'll make their day completely left for them. And like she's had people like people they just like will pour their heart and soul into her. They'll be crying and everything. And my mom's just that like she's not just my mom. She's like the mom of the world, bro. Cause it's like, you know, she gonna grab your hand, she'll be like, look there, sweetie. I've been there. I know what you're going through. And you just gonna embrace her with your hand and be like, and just break down and cry with her. Like,
I know, miss.
you gonna you gonna tell her stuff you don't even need to tell her. You gonna tell her shit. And you know the crazy thing is, my mom doesn't judge. I've told my mom some crazy shit I've done, and she be like, "There's no point in lying to her because she's gonna find out anyway."
Right, yeah.
And I finally I was like, "Hey, mom, I did something. Please don't judge me." And I told her this one thing I did, and I was really embarrassed about it, but I ended up doing it and telling her about it. And she just like shook her head. She's like, "Damn, what the hell kind of son did I raise?" But she said, "Okay, we'll handle it." So
Yeah.
No, see, if we at the cookout and you tell your mom, don't judge me on something, she's gonna be all like, "Don't worry, baby, you can tell me." I'll be sitting in the background and be like, "Fuck you, Chain, I'm judging your ass."
have you met my brother? Have you met my sister? They some crazy motherfuckers. The shit we do around here is like
I've met them a little bit. I've talked to your brother, but I've seen bits and pieces.
you
of your sister and your
haven't
mom.
you like talked to them, but you haven't met them.
Well, yeah, of course.
Like Ramirez is a wild motherfucker. And the freakiest motherfucker I've ever met in my life. That motherfucker, I have a story I can tell y'all right now, but I'm not gonna put his business out there. But it's a hell of a story. I never know nobody who could go that long doing what he did. But
Yo, for a
it's
second,
impressive.
I thought the cops were pulling up to your fucking place. I saw the red.
No,
I was like, yo, what the fuck?
I'm trying to turn the lamp on over here. I could reopen the curtain. I just don't want it to be that bright in here.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
You have it however you want. But yeah, so the only thing that if we do end up meeting Chambers' mom, now that this is the subject that we're talking about, for whatever reason, when we do meet Chambers' mom,
my
she's gonna
God.
catch some feelings from me because the second I got on FaceTime with her, she was like, "Ooh, he's cute." That's the
know
first thing
what?
she said.
You know
To
what?
be fair,
Y'all
she
need to.
did the same shit when she got on and saw Cece as well. So
Oh, that's fair.
You know
Oh,
what
shit, that's
though?
kind of
If y'all
insulting
do
now.
hit on my mom, if y'all do like fuck with my mom and joke with her and everything, just don't do it around her boyfriend because he gets fucking jealous
He
quick.
can't catch these. Don't worry, but he can't catch these. Don't worry
Dude,
about
he
nothing.
already wants to fight my roommate because he thinks he's in love with my
Well,
mom.
I'll tell you what. If I do end up beating his ass, I'll become Golden Gloves champion. Fucking
Hey, everybody
Shane,
gets
you've
the
already
golden
done whooped
gloves
his ass how many times?
twice, I think already, and he just
about
I
to
don't
be
think
three.
it's sunk in.
Listen,
I don't think it's sunk in, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. I don't care, but I'm gonna refer to his ass from now on. His name is Glass Joe.
Like Glass Joe.
Gladys Joe. See, Iceman got
Because
some
every
black
time-
in him, man, for real.
Because every time he steps up the chain just goes night night.
Dude, man. My ass is too damn old to be fighting. I'm too fat and too damn old to be fighting.
That's
You
fair.
I'm keep that
shit.
100.
What about
man.
me?
Shoot,
Tired
the
of
last
arguing
fight I
with
got,
people.
I'm just
the last
basking
fight
in
I
youth.
got it, dude. I had everything I had in me, and my roommate pulled me off. Like my roommate actually like pushed me off, and I'm on the ground laughing, and he's like, "Get the fuck up." I'm like, "I can't. My ass too fat. I'm laughing so hard, and I'm out. I'm just out. I'm out of energy. You know, I was like that. I was like that dude who just had like one little ounce of energy. I did like 2-3 punches, and I was down. I was like, I'm like that fat dude off on Longest Yard. Get me a Diet Pepsi. You know, I'm on the ground. Get me a slice of pizza and a Diet Pepsi. Like
I haven't
that's me.
I haven't hit that yet, but I'm slowly getting there. I can feel it a little bit, but I'm not completely there yet. I still got a lot of energy in me.
Yeah. Oh, I love that movie, by the way.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Oh, it's a good film,
It's
though.
been
Talking about the
forever.
Sandler one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw the original one though. I heard the original one's pretty good though. But
It
All
is.
right. We should do a movie night and watch that. I would fucking love that.
watch both and compare.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we'll do that one night.
I'm
That could be
fucking down
fun.
for that.
Well, you can't go wrong with Sandler films, can you?
Not really.
Some of the time.
Well, there's a couple. There's one. So what's it called? That literally gives me anxiety the entire time. That fucking uncut gems bullshit. Because the entire time he's just always worried. He's like, I gotta do this, and I gotta get the thing from KG. I gotta do this. And like it's just like, it's like I got a taste of living in a Jewish person's
Uncut
house for once.
Gems.
You
That
know,
was a
like,
very interesting movie because, like,
Isn't
that
that
was-
based on a true story?
I think so. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up.
I don't know if it's based on a true story, but I like the idea of it, and it was kind of neat though because Adam Sandler's character put himself in a situation that even though he won, he still lost. And when he lost bad because, you know, at the end of the movie, he won and they didn't want to hear it. They still killed him. They didn't give a fuck. They were just tired of his bullshit. They didn't care if he won or not. They were just like blew his fucking head off.
All right, no, it's not. It's based on fiction. It's loosely based on stories from directors Josh and Benny Safdie's own father, who worked as a runner in the Diamond District. So it's fictional.
Okay.
Alright. Nice to know. That would have been cool if it actually was based on a true story. Fucking loaning out KG's ring and all that other shit. That'd be pretty funny.
I mean, you know, it was pretty cool. I mean, I thought it was a cool little story. And it even had like a small little tidbit of like the weekend when he was like on the rise to becoming what he was now.
Mm.
Although that was kind of neat. Like, you know, it had like a little story within a story.
Yeah. It's not bad.
I mean, it's good
Yeah.
to see him doing something else that isn't his typical Adam Sandler, doofy comedies that he's always
Yeah.
doing with the same character over and over
It
again.
was different because, like, I don't think I would say that's probably the most serious movie he's ever done.
Yeah.
Usually his movies, like,
Yeah, I would say.
he's done like an action movie here and there. Like he did a movie with like Damon Wayans or something,
Yeah.
but he didn't even take that serious. Like it was just neat. The movie was just a different tone. And I think he did decent with it. It's just not the Adam Sandler I'm used to seeing, you know. I'm used to seeing making weird faces and just doing something
Yeah.
dumb and
Like I said,
stupid.
the typical goofy shit, like
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore and Waterboy type stuff.
Dude, I heard they're doing a Happy Gilmore 2, and
Yeah.
it's about
they
fucking
really?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing is, though, they should have been popping those out, dude, because I love the villain Shooter McGavin. Like, I already have like a billion names for Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore 2. Shooter McGavin Strikes Back. Happy Gilmore 3. Return of Shooter McGavin. Like,
My
I just love the villain Shooter McGavin. He's such a cool dude.
fucking
Yeah, that
That's like
guy
his
always
character.
plays that role.
yeah.
Yeah, he always plays a douchebag.
My favorite scene in that entire movie was like he was like, I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. And he's like, you eat pieces of shit for breakfast? And he goes,
No.
no. Fucking
Nah, hands down. Sorry, hands down. Best part of that whole fucking movie was when Adam Sandler got his ass kicked by Bob Barker.
Oh yeah, of course.
Best part. Best part.
Price is wrong, bitch.
I think you had enough. Maybe not.
Oh.
And he kicks him in the face with those cleats and goes, bitch. And it's like, and then like you see like Bob Barker doing this. He's like, yeah, I still got it. I'm like, you go, Bob. You go.
You saw that
That's
commercial they did with Bob Barker and Adam Sandler? It was like years later.
No.
No, I don't
Like,
think
I
I've
think-
ever seen it.
Bob was in the
No.
hospital or whatever, and Sandler came to visit him. And they're like, they start talking shit to one another, and next thing you know, they're throwing hands in the hospital. Like Bob Barker knocks out, he knocks him
We're
out with a bedpan.
I'm gonna have to watch,
yeah.
look that up
Dude,
later.
Bob Barker, like, still like 10-0 on Happy Gilmore. Like,
Bob Barker was a player.
would that just be like, I always had like this idea of like reenacting like that movie, and instead of it being like Bob Barker, it's Regis Philbin, and then
God.
you get the upper hand on Regis, and you go, "Is that your final answer, bitch?" And then he just comes up and uppercuts you. Go, "No, but that's your final answer, bitch." Like, I
No,
always thought of something like that with like Regis Philbin, because he did Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
how about this? He gets up, or when he says that, he like uppercuts him like he said. He goes, "Nah, I'm gonna use a lifeline."
Yeah, maybe you should phone a friend. Or like, let's ask the audience, and then the audience just comes in and beats the shit out of you.
He'll just fucking come down on this fuck.
Yeah, because I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
those were like two of the lifelines. Like, you could phone a friend, ask the
50-50.
audience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
50-50,
50-50.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's just too funny.
I'm telling you right now, I would have used all my lines within like the first 3 questions.
You'd have burnt them all on the $5 question. He'd be like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
Are you stupid or something?"
I bought
I
the
don't know.
game.
And Chamber just replies, yeah.
No, he'd be like, no, he'd look at you and be like, "I don't have any more lifelines. I can't tell you."
I have you know, they had a computer game of that. I have you know, I got to like, I think $50,000. So I think
I love
if
how
they
he
brought
says,
the
I'll
show
have you
back,
know, like it's something impressive.
I think it's impressive.
Well,
I think
I'll have you know, I got the $1 million, but I also had a Game Shark too, and I had unlimited lifelines. So
This cheating motherfucker.
Yo,
Of course.
you know what that reminds me of? Did you ever see that cocky motherfucker on that show? He was getting every fucking like question right, and he was at the 500,000. He got the answer right, and now he was on the $1 million question, and the fucking choices came up, and he was like, "All right, I'd like to use a lifeline," and he fucking calls up his dad, and he goes, "I really don't need to answer you to answer the question. I just want to let you know I'm gonna win the $1 million." And they all started cheering and shit. And he fucking hung up the phone or whatever. Was like, "All right, I love you, Dad." And he fucking answered, and he fucking won. That cocky fucking son of a bitch. It
Dude,
was so fucking iconic.
That's a
Baller
savage
move.
moment. That's
It
a
is.
savage
Baller
moment,
move.
dude.
Oh, dude. I was like, yo, he did not just fucking do that. I remember watching that shit live. I was
If I
like,
phoned
oh
a
my
friend,
God.
I'd be like, if I phoned a friend, I'd be like, "Yo, Iceman, we about to win this money, baby. Let's get ready. We go to the strip club. You get
No.
the plane tickets ready."
You know the one game show I tried to get on years ago was, you remember Deal or No Deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to get on that.
Really.
Yeah,
That
because it's
Howie
not
was
really.
so
Mandel,
much fun.
that would have been a good one because Howie Mandel really made you like hate that dude upstairs. You know?
The banker, yeah.
Yeah.
You know they got that shit in like arcades and whatnot.
What, Deal or No Deal for real?
Do
Yeah,
they really?
yeah. And it'll have, but it doesn't have, I don't think, like 25 cases. It has like 12 or
Oh, so it
15.
makes it a little bit, yeah. Just makes the game a little bit quicker per person or
Yeah.
whatever. The fuck
Mm.
happened to arcade games? Why doesn't anybody play those anymore? I feel like they're so fun. Or at least they used to be.
I was in an arcade with CC and like Iceman and
You mean
and,
Reap?
and
Not
Zeus.
me.
I mean, yeah.
Talking
Would
about
Reap
Reap.
have?
I
You were
wasn't
there
Yeah.
in spirit. You were there in spirit.
You were there in spirit, dude.
If
You
I
should
wasn't
have really
scared,
been
I'd
there.
have been haunting Cece's ass.
Dude, you really should have been there. It was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. But
They
yeah,
got like
I wish
a.
I could've.
They didn't tell you, but they got like a little like a. They somehow got a strand of your hair off the top of that fucking dome, and like a little bit of your saliva. They had it like shipped out to where they were.
I don't know
staying.
why I said
And they like
Iceman. You
danced
know
in
what
a
I'm
circle and like, "Ooh, Iceman." You know, they
You
were
know
trying to
what
like
I'm
summon
gonna-
you.
you know what I'm gonna do next time people don't show up to one of those meet and greets? I'm gonna get a fucking cardboard cutout of
I
y'all
was just
fuckers
about to say that.
and just
We'll
put
get a
those right
cardboard
there.
cutout.
and be like, get a life size one. I'll be like, "Dude, I can't do this without Iceman." And they'd be like, "What do you mean?" I just run and get a cardboard cutout of him and be like,
Yeah.
"There he goes."
And it's just him
I
going like
can't do
this. You
Yeah.
know?
You know, it'd be more like me sitting there going like,
Yeah, I mean, that's a great one. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
you
You
could
should
get one. You should have get one of Sam too. You could stick it in a little dog
Yeah.
cage and whatnot. And
You should send me try to do a full fucking body picture of you just going like this, and I'll fucking make a
Yeah.
cutout of it. I'll literally make it into an emoji and we'll put it on our streams. I
Yeah.
swear to God. That
Bet.
shit would be fucking so
Bet.
good.
But like we went to one of those arcades. It wasn't that great of an arcade, but
Bless you. Bless you.
sorry.
Oh, but-
I was really impressed with Dr. Zeus, man. I didn't think he was that good of a Street Fighter player. He beat the shit out of me.
I can't
was
play
this
those
OG
games.
Street Fighter or was it like one of the newer versions?
It was Street Fighter Third Strike.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love
I've tried.
Street Fighter
man.
Third
I
Strike's
can't-
one of my favorite
I just can't do it.
Street Fighters.
I get
I
fucked in
used to
those
be
games.
decent. I used to be decent back in the day in OG Street Fighter.
I think I would have had him if it was the Alpha series. Like Street Fighter Alpha is my favorite Street Fighter rendition. So if it was definitely Alpha, I probably would have kicked his ass. Third Strike is a good one too, but Third Strike he was pretty good. Plus,
Oh.
I couldn't really play on that arcade for the simple fact that the sticks and everything they just weren't as responsive for me. And I play on an arcade pad and not the
Yeah.
one with the knob really. So
Yeah, you gotta
He had
play with
an
what you're
advantage.
used to, you know?
Yeah,
he had an advantage, but if it was like Tekken or something, I definitely would have whooped his ass on arcade.
I can't play fighting games. I don't know why I could. One, I could never get into them, and two, I could just never fucking do any good with them.
Dude,
Like I did Mortal Kombat for a little while, and I knew some finishing moves, like the fatalities. Like took me a while to learn them, but like after a while,
Like the-
I was just like, I'm
like
just
the
putting this
old
shit
Mortal
down. I hate
Kombat.
it. Yeah, you know, fucking classic Scorpion. Get over here. You know that shit. You know, fucking.
dude, that's all me and my homies did is play like Marvel vs. Capcom, Street Fighter, Tekken, like Blast Blue, Guilty
very,
Gear, King
oh.
of Fighters.
That's very African American of you.
Primal Rage.
It is, dude. Yeah, we did.
Hey.
Bloody Roar.
Primal Rage,
That's a good one.
where you're like the fucking like giant velociraptor, the gorilla, and all that shit.
What?
Oh yeah.
You would just fight them?
Because it was like Earth got reverted back to like
The Jurassic period,
primal days, and
right?
You could
No,
see
it
in
was
the
just like
background
these,
there'd be like
just these
humans cheering
giant,
for the different people.
just these giant creatures, basically like Godzilla, King Kong would
Oh,
be
okay,
fighting
yeah,
each
yeah,
other,
yeah.
type of thing.
All right.
Yeah, but then there was like games like fucking what is it? Damn, what's that game? I really enjoyed it. It was like a Mortal Kombat clone.
Oh,
I don't know. What year?
there was a
No,
lot.
it rivaled Mortal Kombat for a little while in
Was it like
Street
mid two
Fighter.
thousands?
No, it came out in the 90s and
Oh, it
everything
did. Okay.
too. It
I
was
wouldn't know that.
Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Killer
I
Instinct
remember.
was another good fighter. Like growing up, the fighters were Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and Killer Instinct. And then there was like King of Fighters, but then some of those fizzled out. And Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat for a little while. And then Mortal Kombat went through this weird phase where it was like it was just weird. Like the games just weren't good at all.
Mm.
And then like all of a sudden there was games like Dead or Alive that came out, and then there was games like Soul Calibur and shit. But
I
dude, me
missed
and
out
my
on
homeboys
so
used to
many of
fuck.
those fucking things. I never
Dude,
played
me and
any of
my
that shit.
homeboys, we fucked with all those fighters, Guilty Gear, all that shit. We loved all
There
those.
was one too that came out in the arcades. It was called
Virtual
Virtual
Fighter.
Fighter. Yeah, that
I
was one of
love,
my favorites.
I love the original arcade of Virtual Fighter. I would actually like to buy the original arcade version of Virtual Fighter just because it was so much fun.
You could probably just download the emulator version of it.
No, I want the actual cabinet.
Oh yeah, you just get that. You get one of those, like what they call it, the little Raspberry Pi computers, and
Hmm.
I had one of
slap that on
those.
there, and you could build a cabinet. Because I've seen people do that, and they have like 50,000 arcade games on there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You could
It
also
takes up.
just, well, you could also do just any fucking emulator you want, really. And you can go to, I'll show you this. You'd probably really like this, actually. It's called Vim's Lair. It's a website you can pretty much get any fucking game that's like pre PS3. So you can get like Nintendo 64 games, Atari games. You can get literally everything. It's
Well,
and like you go to Vim's Lair and then you go to the vault,
mhm.
and it's just fucking everything. You can categorize it by console, by letter, by when it came out, everything, and you can just download the ROMs and just put them right
I
on
have
your
to
computer.
look into that. I didn't know they did anything like
Vim's
that.
Lair
I
is great.
I have on this computer here. I have a Nintendo emulator on here that I have like a dozen or so games, like
There you go.
the original Batman,
Do you get your
Zelda
stuff from
1 and 2.
Vim's?
No,
All
I
right.
forgot. I've had this thing for years.
Oh yeah, Vim's is amazing. They have
Maybe
fucking
you can
everything.
help me because I've been trying to find an emulator for Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and I cannot find an emulator or nothing. And then I downloaded an emulator, but it didn't work, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
I don't
'Cause
know how
I've
to
been told I
fucking
can,
work those things.
because I would love to get like some emulators of like Super Mario World and just play some of those.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to play some of those old vintage games and stuff like that.
Hmm. Yeah, it's
But
fair.
Some of those Nintendo games like that, I just play them on my Switch.
yeah. Well, I want to get a new Switch, and I want to go back to playing some of the old school Pokemon games. I have a new appreciation for the what they've done with the Pokemon games now, because I always said if they just like elaborated on the Pokemon games like they're doing now, they'd be way better. And it's so nice to see that they're finally doing that. But it just sucks that they didn't make them console games. They were just handheld games for the longest time.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see them coming out on consoles.
Yeah. Well, if you wanted to, you could. There's two things you could do. One, you could save up just a little bit of money every now and again and get yourself a Nintendo DS, and I could fucking do my shit on that for you and get it so you can run emulators on it. Or you can fucking just, fucking.
Or I can find
You
that
can-
guy who I gave my Switch
You can do
to
that,
and beat his ass and get my Switch
or
back.
what you can do is you can do the thing that Verizon is offering right now. I think they're doing like a thing where they give you a Nintendo Switch if you switch to their internet, but it's after like a certain amount of time you have to wait. But like you pay the 3 months or
Yeah.
whatever, it's like 60 days, and then they give you a Switch.
Well, I know we have Verizon, but I don't know how much their plan is. I have to look into
I'm
it.
not going back to Verizon.
All right, fair enough. I love
Verizon
Verizon.
is just so fucking
Just-
expensive, dude.
For me, it was because I was in the middle of where I'm at in Florida. I was up in like St. Augustine, Florida,
Yep.
and I literally had no bars the entire day. I had no
Oh,
signal.
is your cellular or was it your internet? Cellular is completely different from internet.
I had literally nothing. I tried to do the trick where you turn on airplane mode for a minute and then turn it off, and it helps to kind of like reestablish your location and all that.
Yeah.
I had nothing. I had no internet, no cellular, nothing.
I'm not gonna
So
lie.
I
When I was with
was like, you know what?
Verizon,
Fuck you guys. I can't do that.
When it comes to their home
I had their
internet,
cell
it's
phones.
much
They were
better.
good.
It's well. I mean, you guys are in different areas, but like when it comes to their internet, it's much better because it's fiber optic cable pretty much everywhere. So when it comes to their home internet, it's fucking fantastic. Their cellular's like, it depends on where you are. You know what I mean? Like it just depends on your providers in the area, which ones happen to be better. You know what I mean? But when it comes to internet, Verizon soars that all day long. It's fucking fantastic. No
When
matter
I
where
was
you
with
are.
Verizon, they were really good. Like the cell phone thing, it's just that their plans were just so expensive.
Yeah, they
Mhm.
usually are.
I went to T-Mobile. T-Mobile, affordable plans, but shitty service.
Yep. That's usually what it is.
AT&T,
I've got
AT&T is
T-Mobile, and I'm
balanced,
pretty good with it right now.
but now I'm with Metro, which is still like T-Mobile, I guess.
You're just the
It's-
lower
yeah.
tier.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
do like for my phone service right now, I think I do basically what Verizon does, what same thing with T-Mobile. It's like Verizon's version of Metro, but it's super cheap.
Yeah.
It's unlimited hotspot. There's no fucking 15 gigs, nothing. You just as much as you want. But like their highest plan is like $45. And plus they have this cool thing where like if you invite people to like get their service as well, you get like $20 off a month, and so do they for like 6 months. So if you just keep doing that and find one person to invite, you're like $25 a month cell phone bill with an unlimited hotspot.
Yeah,
Fucking
my
pretty dope.
buddy has a thing like that.
Yeah, and then
But
plus
I've
when
been
you have that, you get $10 off a month your internet service. So let's say you're paying like that's what I recently did actually. So like the normal bill is $99.99 for Verizon home internet for FiOS. But if you auto pay it, it goes to $89.99. And then when you do the discount, it's $79.99. And then after like 3 months, they give you a it's like some like fucking program or reward where they give you this loyalty reward, and they give you $10 a month off for life. So it drops from 99.99 to like 69.99. So like it becomes affordable the longer you have it, because you can just you rake in those deals. So I'm paying $70 a month right now, which is probably around what you're paying for yours for Verizon FiOS, which is kind of fucking insane. But I made it work.
Well, yeah, dude, I'm glad I'm not paying a Verizon phone bill. My phone bill was like maybe $200-300 a month almost, and that was
For
like
one phone?
back in the early.
Yeah, but did you get a phone from them? Like, did it come with a free phone? Because that's usually what you're paying for.
No, I didn't get the free phone. I got like an actual phone. Like at one
So you
point, my
bought one
phone bill
separate
was.
and then got their thing.
Well, no, I bought a phone. Like I bought a phone. It came with a plan, and it was a good phone for the longest time. But then I did my yearly upgrade, and I went from like a Razor flip phone, and then I saw this commercial of it was the very first ever Droid. Uh, I bought that, and that was
Oh my god, I
and
remember that.
my phone bill was just crazy
That
because
fucking
like
commercial.
it was like a $900 cell phone, and like I was paying that shit off.
$900 at that time. Was it the touchscreen ones? Or
Yeah.
was it? Yeah, I figured. Okay, it was the first touchscreen
It was like
Droid. Yeah.
it was like an $800-900 phone, and I thought it was a game changer for me at least. Like I never had a phone like that, and it was so cool, and I love that phone.
All right, Davo, I thought you just put a frisbee on your desk there for a second.
I
was
saw the way you
cool,
were looking
though.
at me, and I was like, he's thinking I'm doing some shady shit. I was like, what the
No, I
fuck?
just
does
saw
he
you
think?
put down. It's like, why the fuck? It's like, okay, maybe he grabbed
Well,
a plate and then I said,
It's the top of a Tupperware container, and it's only
Obviously.
because I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat this chicken.
Javo, you would have loved that phone too because it was a touch screen, so it had the sensitivity of like the iPhone, touch all that, and then you tilt it to the side, pop it up, and there's like a keyboard and everything.
Mhm.
And I love that phone; it was so good. And I'm kind of sad that they don't make phones like that anymore.
the
Because-
slider phones like that.
Yeah, it was such a cool phone, and
I had something like that from AT&T.
Mm-hmm. I used to like those phones too. I had like the LG one where like you go, whoop, you slide it right up, and there's like a keyboard underneath the
Yeah,
screen.
my brother had an LG chocolate phone.
Yeah, yeah, that's funny. I had one of those too.
You know, the phone I always wanted was when they started selling them back in the day when they first put out that Matrix phone.
What?
Oh no, those were some cool ass phones.
I wanted one just because of the fact that you'd be like
Yeah.
operator.
Which one? The one from Matrix One or the one from Matrix Two?
Matrix one.
Oh yeah,
The one like Morpheus always had.
yeah. Because you pressed a button and the bottom part of the lip popped out,
Mm.
and it was like
It was just cool.
and then you just slap it. And then the sequel came, and they had another phone, and it was the earpiece pops up on it, which was kind of neat.
Now, you know how they always say everything old becomes new again? I am
Mhm.
surprised someone hasn't remade an old school, brick cell phone,
They have.
Mhm.
but touchscreen or whatever, just because.
They have.
Really?
They did it with the Nokia, the original
Well,
Nokia, the one
Oh
with the game with the snake
yeah,
on it. They remade it into a
yeah.
touchscreen phone.
I'm talking about the one like you've seen in like the 80s, the big brick.
Oh, those fucking things! No, not that. I'm talking about
Yeah.
the
I
'90s
guarantee
Nokias.
you, if they put out a limited amount of those, people would be like, "Yo, I gotta have one. Let's go."
Yeah, it'd be some hipster that would totally buy it though, dude. It'd
No.
be some
There's
hipster.
something so satisfying about those phones, though, because like you could, there were like buttons and you could slam it shut when you were done talking to somebody. Now it's just like I'm done talking to you. It's not the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that slap.
I remember I had a phone where you had to like pull the lip down, pull the antenna, and then
Yep.
hit
Wow.
talk. I remember that, and that phone was annoying as fuck.
My first phone was was a prepaid one. It was from Virgin Mobile. And it was like a tiny little flip phone like that, where it had the little antenna and everything else. And I remember going to the mall to one of the little phone kiosk things
Mhm.
and buying like different antenna, and you buy the different battery pack that you could put on the back, and it had like the flashing lights and shit.
Oh
And
yeah,
like,
you can buy the LED light antenna and stuff like that.
yeah.
You want to see something funny? Speaking of old phones,
Dude,
so this is my phone now, and this is the
Yeah.
iPhone 4S.
yeah.
Look how small it is with the old charger port. You remember that fucking thing?
Oh yeah. I mean, here's
It's
mine.
so tiny.
This is my
Yeah, it's so tiny.
14 Pro.
Now that we have these,
This
I
is
could
my-
never imagine going back to something this small. Like
This is my iPhone 10. This is my 11 is over there. I miss my 11, Davo, because
I know.
dude, if it Davo literally saved my life, okay? Because when I came down there, Davo had a spare cell phone. He's like, "Hey, Shane, I know you like iPhones. My granddad has his old iPhone. You can have it. It's red. I think you like it. You can have it." Bam. I was like, "Yeah, I'll take it." iPhone XR 10.
It was so weird. Like,
Well, I go up there. My phone, it just died
Yeah.
in Davo's hands.
he was in the middle of showing me a video, and I was like holding the phone, and I just watched it go. It's the whole thing just black screen on me, and I was like, I think you need to charge your phone. And I gave it back to him, and like the whole thing was fucked. He tried charging it, everything. He would turn on for 2 seconds, and he would try to sign in all that stuff, and it would just go. He would just shut right the fuck off right after. I was like, that sucks. But at least he had that one. It was something.
Yeah,
You know what,
and
Shane?
yeah,
You
it
know-
was so weird.
It was all that Armenian grease. It just got into the
Yeah,
phone.
it got into the
shorted
ports.
it out.
Yeah, that's what it
You
was.
know what? My phone worked until Davo broke it, dude. Like he literally touched it. Whatever he did, his Armenian greasy hands. But you know what? I'm gonna let him slide because he did replace the phone. So
I did replace the phone. I'm a nice
I
man.
let him make it. You know. I really can't even blame him. It had half a charge. I was showing him this funny video, and it
I
just
can blame
died,
him.
and it was just so weird. It was like a weird act of God, and it was just like, how does that happen?
Fucking
And I'm
blame
like,
me,
dude,
bitch.
like this shit was weird as fuck, bro.
No, it wasn't an act of God. It was an act of Davo.
Yeah, apparently.
Well,
what
I
it
can't be
was.
mad. I can't be too mad at him because he did kind of spoil me. When I came up there, he had this fancy Star Wars stormtrooper coffee mug for me and all this other stuff. So I can't
I
be too
gave
mad
you a
at him.
bunch of shit.
Yeah, he
Did
spoiled
he
me.
help you while you were in the wheelchair?
Yeah, he even bought me a Batman Funko Pop. So like I can't hate him too much. So
Well, all
I've
right,
seen that. I've
just,
seen that one before.
just to be clear, I didn't buy that. It was me and Jared bought that together. We split it.
oh
I
yeah,
gotta still give him some credit, even though we don't talk anymore. We both bought that together for you.
yeah. Well, thank you. Well, Davo bought me that Batman
I did buy the
poster.
Batman thing on the poster on the
Yeah.
back. That I did buy.
He bought me that Batman thing in the back.
Also, there's thousands of pounds of pizza in his stomach. That was also
Yeah, and a tuna sandwich,
and a tuna sandwich and a bunch of meat from a Korean barbecue and
fish and chips,
and Dell's lemonade
Dell's
and hot
lemonade,
wieners. So much.
hot wieners. Say it right.
We spent
Hot wieners.
we spent so much fucking money. It was ridiculous. But
Dude, I think the one thing I would have been okay with was the one thing that I'm still like, I think that killed us was the Korean barbecue.
oh, that destroyed us.
I felt bad for Oscar more than any of us. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yo. So these episodes, just forewarn anybody that is listening, are going to be much more raw than the original podcast. Let me just explain to you what happened. So we all fucking went out, had a shit.
Let me get a better listening position here.
Okay. we had a shit ton of Korean barbecue, like a shit ton. So we make our way back to the fucking hotel, and we're all just like, just fucking dying on the fucking beds, can't fucking move, and then all of a sudden, all of us have to shit, and we're like, oh Jesus. So like, I go and shit, and I have like these wipes in there. You know what I mean? Because as you get older, you get hemorrhoids. So I'm sitting there on the fucking toilet, right, bleeding.
Thank God I ain't got to experience that yet.
Bleeding out of my fucking asshole. Like literally, and Oscar used up all my fucking wipes because apparently he's got them too. So fucking
I want the record to state I don't have hemorrhoids.
But dude, I was sitting on the toilet and like literally the inside of my asshole was burning. I was like, please, like stop. Like like
It was funny.
when something bothered
was-
you so much, you have to like fucking like shake up, like fucking stop. It's like torture. I was sitting there. I did that. Then Oscar comes in and is like, all right, I gotta go to the bathroom now. So he goes in there and takes his shit. Dude, when I go back in there, the toilet paper soaked in fucking blood. Like it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then later I'm in the shower, right? Ass cheeks spread open. I swear to God, sitting like this, letting the water hit my fucking dude. It was
And then
I was
then
like, this is so bad.
shit. Then I go take a shit, and then I'm just having that leakage.
Yeah.
Like it's like the watery leakage, I guess, or whatever. And like I was like, Davo, I'm leaking out of my ass, bro. He's like, really? I was like, dude, I wiped my ass like 3 times. And then I'm like, I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just use this towel. So I took a towel.
No.
Like-
That is not how it went down. You were like, hey, you didn't tell me what it was for. You said, hey, Davo, can you go downstairs and grab some towels? And I was like, you're going to take a shower? And you were like, yeah. I went downstairs, grabbed towels, came back. And by the way, this motherfucker leaves the door open while he's shitting. So like the whole time while we were at this hotel.
I couldn't hold it. Oh, did I leave it open?
You were literally talking to us while you were on the shitter, like the door wide open. Like,
oh yeah, that's why you were like, dude, I can see your dick.
Yeah. It's like I can see your dick, shut the door.
Yeah.
So I fucking
Let me make sure I put all these things down, okay? So I need to make sure separate hotel room.
Yes. Dude, I opened the door.
I'll bring you guys. It'll be like Friday. I'll bring you a can of Lysol so you can be like Craig's
Well, I
daddy
wanted
there.
to talk to Dom, like, dude, I wanted to talk to Davo, and Dom was like, dude, close the door.
Close the
And I'm
door.
like,
Me and Oscar were like, close the fucking door. Like, he just kept opening. Like I would literally force the door shut because I'd stand up and force the door shut, and then he would like stop, and then I'd walk away from the door and I'd be like, hey man, you can open the door again. I'm like, bro. So then like So I opened the door, and by the way, the green fog in SpongeBob just seeped into my nose, which whatever was coming out of his asshole. And I fucking handed him this towel, and I was like, all right, thanks, man. And I'm sitting here thinking, I was like, I didn't hear the shower turn on. A whole ass towel, wiped his whole ass, got all of it out, folded up into a ball, right in the fucking hallway. I was like, you did what? Yeah.
You need that ball.
So,
Dude,
okay, scratch
long story
separate hotel
short,
room.
really quick,
I'm
long
getting
story
a separate
short.
hotel.
Yes, long story short, we didn't get our deposit back.
That room
I don't
smelled
blame
like
you.
ass
Or blame
crack. Dude, that room smelled like stale pizza, feet, ass crack, and ball sack.
Let's be clear. The only reason why the room smelt that bad is because this was my decision, and I think you'll understand this decision from your perspective, Iceman, is that we had a PS5 in there, a PS4, a PS3, a PS2. Like, we had every fucking console in there. Also, we had the laptop that I was gifting Oscar, plus all the extra iPhones that we had, the Astro headsets, his Scuff controller, my Scuff controller. I mean, his, not his Scuff, his Cinch, and like all this crazy stuff. We had like easily over like $3,000 worth of consoles and technology in there. So I'm like, there are no maids coming in this room. We're only going to be
alone is like $500.
Yeah, so I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, we're not going to have a single person come in this room except for us. Nobody is allowed. We're all in agreement, and they're like, fuck yeah, we're not having anybody steal, because it wasn't like a great hotel, but it's definitely a hotel people steal from. Like, you just go there and you're like, yeah, that's a thing. So like, we were like, we're just not going to have anybody come in the room. We requested to not have anybody come in the room. Do not disturb thing on the door the whole time. So what I was doing is every day I was grabbing everybody's sheets and everybody's blankets, and I was bringing them down myself and getting new ones. That's what I was doing. But even though we did all that, it still smelt like pure, just man staunch. It was just nothing but dick and ass and ball cheese and fucking Chambers cheesy mozzarella feet.
I wouldn't be surprised after you guys left. One, since I know they had to take your ID to scan your ID.
Yeah,
you're on that list on the wall in the back that says
easily
banned.
I don't doubt it.
They probably went in that room through a match and we were like, yeah.
I don't think
insurance.
they banned us. I don't think they banned us.
I think they went in that room afterwards with a can of Lysol and a lighter, though. Just fucking definitely. Dude,
I mean,
holy water around.
The smells alone. It's like that Seinfeld episode where like the guy gets into the car and somehow the car still smells. And it's like, I think it's BO, and it's like, but the B left. How could the O stay?
And I mean, we were taking showers and everything. We were pretty well.
We were showering every day. We were, you know, we had cologne, we had body sprays, all that stuff. Yeah. But still, it was just nothing. Didn't matter what we did.
Oscar loved the fuck out of that body wash I brought, dude.
Yeah, he did. You know, he forgot everything, by the way. He forgot his toothbrush, he forgot his deodorant, he forgot his soap. He left everything at the fucking hotel. And I'm like, I took a picture and showed it to him. I was like, did you forget these? And he was like, fuck. So he went out and bought all new shit.
See, when I've traveled like that, I go to the store and buy travel shit so that I don't give a fuck. I just leave it all behind.
Yeah.
I don't care.
By the way, I stole everything in that hotel. I stole the sheets. I stole pillowcases. I stole soap bar. Everything. I took it all.
That's why you didn't get your deposit back. You stole all the damn sheets and everything.
Well, the thing is that it was. I looked at their system and how they were doing it. It was impossible because it was impossible to understand whether or not that the sheets were stolen. It was definitely just because of the stuff we left outside in the hallway. They told us to leave the dirty shit outside of the hallway. They just weren't aware that they were going to get literal dirty shit.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie, though. My ass felt so great after that wipe. I'm not going to lie. Those were soft ass towels, bro.
But it was, to be fair, it was a perfect system. I brought all the sheets downstairs.
I don't give a fuck.
There's no way they could have counted all the
stuff. When you're having crazy leakage like I was, bro, you gotta like, you know, get something stronger, thicker.
You didn't need a towel. You needed a plunger. We're upside down on your ass, just fucking trying to get all of it out. You needed a Dyson vacuum.
Could have taken you to a car wash. They could have just power washed your ass. Hit your undercarriage, you know, hit you with some of the hot wax or whatever.
Yeah, something.
You know what? Java would love to fucking hit me with a power hose.
I would have so much fun.
That's why I'm glad
I would
we
go
didn't
for
stop
your
at one.
jewels every time. You turn around, I go, you know, I go right for your fucking ball sack every time,
You're like,
without a
fucking
doubt.
dick.
Yep. You'd be
Well,
like, you
I'd probably
fucking
do the
dick. I'd be
same
like,
thing.
that's right, I did hit you there.
Jamie, your dick's hanging out. Close the door.
Yeah.
Iceman, honestly though, it was one of the best, worst experiences of my life. Okay.
Yeah. So many fun
Because-
things happened, but it was so terrible all at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
just for you though. Like the only bad thing that we had
Yeah.
was just our hemorrhoid. That was it.
My phone broke. I broke my back. I got
You
sick.
didn't break your back. Are you Mike Tyson? Like, I
Yeah,
broke my back. My back
I
is
broke my
broken.
back.
What is it, like
It's
a vertebrae? It's like, nah, spinal.
Now,
That was a real thing he said in an interview
Yeah,
in
no.
the middle of the ring.
I don't know what it is. My dad loved my family loves when I do the Mike Tyson impressions.
It's hilarious.
I've been
it's so
doing them
good.
since I was a little kid, though.
And you decided not to show me until like fucking 9 years in to our fucking friendship, you bitch. You know I love
never-
doing voices.
My thing still is about your whole trip and hearing about it, because we heard about it too. Because every day we were messaging you on Discord and whatnot here about your ungodly train ride. When it was like, it's like, damn, I could have rode a bike to Rhode Island quicker than you fucking took that train.
The only highlight of that entire trip
Was when you broke your back.
was the girl I met that
Fuck
made
you.
me break my back.
Fuck you.
And
Oh, you mean just
I,
the trip?
I was referring to the train.
Just you getting there. Okay, I was gonna say you bitch.
I was referring to the train.
but you
ride,
didn't even
asshole.
get to do anything with that because you fucking slipped and fell off the fucking train.
Yeah.
I know. I'm glad I did it after she like left. Like, you know, because like just when she was getting off, I said bye, and then whoop, my back. Like they were like pampering my ass, dude. They brought me like they brought me a coat.
Why is it I see? And Davo, you might know this. Why is it I see when Chain fell down, he's pulling like that one guy from Friday, going, "My back, my back."
You should have.
From that movie video.
You should have though.
You know what? I don't think I wasn't really thinking. All I knew is that they were pampering me hard, and
I mean, your back is still hurting. You could totally just be like, "Hey, like my back still hurts from this fucking train ride. Like, see if you can just get something out of it." Imagine if they refund the trip and they just give me the money back. That'd be dope. Shit, if they give me the money back, I'll give you half.
Yeah, right. Be like, yep. Dude, it just got so
But
worse.
to be fair,
and
they
worse.
did tell you. They said, "Watch your motherfucking step."
They did. So I can't really get mad at them. They like, you know,
I
they're
know.
gonna reiterate,
They
like,
could say-
listen, they told this motherfucker, they're gonna be like this. They can be like, nigga.
Yeah.
We told you to watch
Just
your
like
step.
that.
It was raining. It was raining. And I thought your dumb black ass slipped and fell out there. We told you.
So dumb.
The conductor, he go look at me like,
Yeah. But yeah, the next time Chamber comes down, I feel like you should come down too.
Well, we'll
if
see.
I ever take a train,
It won't be that bad for you because it's a straight shot for you because you're in Florida.
If I
You're
ever
right on
do the
fucking
train and I know how it works, I would probably take it a different way. Like if I
Well,
found
we're
a
not
cheaper
doing the
way
train
there.
again. We already reiterated that. Where there's no fucking way we're
No,
doing the
I
train
wouldn't
again.
take a train.
Hell no. All we
I
have
would
to
just-
do is plan in advance, and it will be the exact same price as the train.
Yeah, but
It was
dude,
like it was like
so,
$650,
I'll
something
just
like that. It wasn't
grab a
that bad.
fucking airplane.
Yeah, and then plus he'll be here in like 6 hours. The shortest flight that I like, if I plan 3 months in advance, the shortest flight that's available for him from Texas to here is like fucking 5 hours. 5 hours 45 minutes max. I'm like, you're definitely doing that one next time. No
yeah,
fucking
like
way. Fuck yeah.
like dude, 3 days on a fucking train was
Fuck
rough.
that. Yeah, that's terrible. It
And,
makes
like-
sense on a train when you're like going an hour somewhere, but not fucking 3 days. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, because
Like-
I couldn't understand it. I'm like, wait a minute. Why is this shit going all the way here, then here? Then
Yeah,
it's
that's the
like,
part that fucked
Dude,
me up
on
too.
the way back, this what threw me off. On the way back, it took longer for me to get home on the way back than it did there. For some reason, I was in fucking Cleveland. What the fuck was I doing in Cleveland?
Dude, It literally made no sense his entire trip.
I was in fucking Cleveland, bro.
You
What
would
the
think
fuck am I?
you would think that it would be Texas, like maybe to like DC and then up to RI. That would make more sense. But it didn't. It was like we're gonna drive you to Chicago, then we're gonna drive you to DC, then we're gonna drive you to Rhode Island.
It
What
took
the
me
fuck?
to.
Or even I could see it even going east.
You see, this was weird. I expected it to take me through. I knew I was going through Arkansas, but I thought it was going to take me. But I thought it was going to take me through Louisiana, through Atlanta,
Right.
Through Georgia, then Virginia, and
go
then
north,
there DC, and then
It would have just been a straight shot up.
Yeah, it took
That
me
was
to
so
St.
dumb.
Louis. It took me to Texarkana, St. Louis, to Chicago. Then it takes me all the way from like.
Oh yeah, you stopped in
like,
Jersey too, didn't you?
Yeah, they took me to Delaware. Then I went to DC. Then it took me to.
Did you stop in Jersey before DC, or did you do DC then Jersey?
I was in DC before Jersey.
I was gonna fucking say if they drove you to Jersey before DC, that would have made no fucking sense.
No, but it took me to like. Then I was in Warwick.
Warwick.
No, I was in.
No, just I'm making fun of a rap group that's out of Warwick. It's called Warwick.
Yeah, I was in Warwick. Then I was in New Warwick or New.
Are you talking about places in Rhode Island?
It was taking me all through there, and then
well,
New
if you were coming, no, New Haven's Connecticut. If you were coming up from the bottom, you would have hit Westerly first. It would have been Westerly. It would have been you would have went through Connecticut. It would have been Westerly first. Then it would have been
I went through Philly. but I was only passing through.
I didn't say Philly. I said Connecticut. It would have been Westerly, and then I always get confused what's in between. Maybe like South Kingstown, Exeter, maybe, and then you would have slowly worked your way up to Warwick. Warwick is like a little bit after like.
No, my
Kingstown.
bad. I didn't go through Philly. I went to Pittsburgh. And then it took me to
it still makes no fucking sense. There's no reason for it.
Yeah, it was all over the place. It was the weirdest train ride, and it still didn't. But then on the way back, it's like, why am I in fucking Cleveland, Ohio? Like, why am I all the way here with these weird fucking Amish people that are freaking?
I forgot about the Amish people. I forgot about them.
Dude, there was one that looked like fucking death incarnate, dude. He had the beard with the fucking each tooth. He had a tooth on each, like it was a missing teeth. It was like he had a tooth on every other row, like every other section. And then like he had like that hair.
Technology.
His name was Jedediah, and he had that weird look with the thing. And like his name was Jedediah, all right? Motherfucker had the fucking wall. They were all in black.
Yeah.
Like the only color they had was like the outer
Amish.
layer of their shirt. And they had these weird suitcases that I ain't seen since like 1980 something. Like those people.
They probably made those. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. They had. Well, I respect their gangster on their suitcase making skills, but dude, it was just so weird seeing these people. And then they had a little kid walking around. The little kid was looking at me. I'm like, yeah, you looking at me? I'm looking at you too, kid. You look like y'all look like the people from the hills. Have eyes.
He's looking at you, going, "Mother, I have never seen a man like this before.
I've never seen a black man." Like, it was just kind of weird. But seeing him like move around was kind of interesting in the terminal. Like it was kind of creepy.
It's weird that they were taking a train.
Actually, I hear it's very common for them to use trains and stuff. They
were like against all technology.
They like that's what I thought, because I asked my mom about that, and then my mom said they might be Mennonites. Mennonites and Amish people are kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
But these are full-blown Amish people.
Right.
And I'm thinking, are they on Rumspringer? Because I was told Rumspringers were, but these were older Amish people.
Right.
And apparently, Amish people are allowed to take transportations to get them to point A to point B.
Well, I guess it makes sense. They were around before, like steam engines were invented.
They'll take planes, they'll take trains, but they don't use the technology man, like they're not going to use fucking debit cards.
Yeah,
or
or they
nothing
won't
like
use
that.
cell phones, shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to have like the bare minimum, you know.
Yeah.
They're
They still try to
in
make
order
their
for
life as whole as it possibly
yeah,
can be
in
without modern
like
shit.
yeah, like but I heard when they sell shit, they will use like credit card things to like for people to purchase stuff, but that's only for them to like
Yeah,
make sales.
that's just as far as convenience for the
Yeah,
consumer.
they only adapt to what's convenient for the modern times for them that'll help them out stay relevant. So
Right.
that's what I was told. Like they still use some form of technology because like these days people don't carry cash, they carry debit cards. So they have to
Yeah.
use like but
Well,
they try to use the bare minimum of everything.
I've seen, I forget what, there was a show I saw where they were actually staying for a while at an Amish farm or whatever, and they actually do have a phone. It's not like in the house, it's like outside the house and
Yeah.
almost like an outhouse looking little building,
Mm-hmm.
but they actually had like a fucking landline.
Yeah. My mom told me though, if you want like furniture built, like nobody
yeah.
builds it like an Amish person. Like they build chairs that'll last till the end of time. They'll build a
Look at their
bed.
fucking houses.
Yeah,
They make
seriously.
beds. They
That's
make the
one
like
thing. That's
my
one
mom
thing I
said they make
hate.
the best beds.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I hate about like just modern shit now. Dude, I don't care where you go. You can go to fucking Bob's Furniture, you can go to Raymore and Flanagan. You will never get beds or any kind of furniture, bureaus, shit like that was
Mhm.
made like they were back in like the 50s and 40s. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what it was. That was like peak era for any furniture. And I'm only caring about it now because, I'm almost 30 and that's all I really give a fuck about. It's like
I mean,
clothes and
Amish
shoes.
people
And
are great carpenters, and my mom always said, if you want to
phenomenal.
get something made, like they'll make whatever you want. Like they know how to whittle and all that shit, so
Yeah.
they can
I've been
design
trying.
any table you want just about out of wood, which
Right.
is impressive. So I mean, if I could afford it, I think I might look into like one of these days if I pack enough courage to actually like talk to them, like hire some bodyguards and get like a translator.
He's so
They're not
scared
the
of them.
what the fuck?
This
They're
is
not
not
the
a-
clan.
It's not
They
okay
creep
to.
me the
not-
fuck out. They creep me
They're
the
not
fuck
the
out.
clan.
Those people scare me.
No, you know who's scary? I ran into once. One of the times I went to St. Augustine, I ran into one of those fucking the Hare Krishnas.
Oh, for real?
The fuck is a Hare
Yeah.
Krishna?
I ran into one of them motherfuckers, and that dude creeped me the fuck out.
All right.
He's sitting there like trying to like asking for money for shit, and I gave him like $5, and he gave me like a stack of these pamphlets and a book and all that, and I was like, yeah, okay. I went back to my car, threw all that shit in the trunk. I'm like, it's like, stay the fuck away from me.
yeah. Yeah, those motherfuckers are something else.
I mean, I've seen all kinds of other people. I've seen like the Buddhist monks before and all that, and
I've seen them before
They're-
too.
the one that was kind of weird was I was flying home from New York, and I got on the plane in Jersey, and sitting next to me was the stereotypical curly Q Jewish guy and his
Yeah.
woman sitting right next to me, and I'm looking at him like, damn, they are real.
Like
the only time you ever-
fairy tale.
Because you only ever fucking see them in like old movies and shit,
Right,
or
yeah.
something with New York.
Yeah,
It's like
it's the Sopranos. They're always in
yeah,
Sopranos.
I'm just looking at it going, I'm like, damn, he does. He's got the little curly Q fucking things on him and all that. I'm like, well, damn, okay.
Dude, like I freaked out when I saw gypsies. Like I saw real deal Romanian gypsies. And like apparently there was a group of gypsies that were traveling. They were in Austin. They're from Romania, and they were traveling with a group of Irish gypsies that came from Ireland. And they're all down here, and they met up with some American gypsies.
Damn fucking pikeys.
And they were in this park, and they had this whole thing go down. They're speaking Bulgarian, Irish, Romanian, and stuff.
I love how when he said
And-
Irish, it's Irish.
Irish. Irish.
Irish.
Well, no. Well, the reason I
Sounds
said it is because I
Scottish
met
when you say it.
well, I'm not gonna lie. I met this Irish gypsy. I'm not gonna lie, I fell in love with
Bad
her.
as fuck, probably,
She
right?
was so gorgeous, dude.
They're-
She was so
listen.
gorgeous.
You can't fuck with a redheaded gypsy.
Let me tell you something. She could have came in my life and fucked it all up, and I wouldn't care. And it was so neat though, because me and her spent a little bit of time together.
What?
Uh,
What the fuck is that face, Iceman? What the fuck is
Well,
that?
no, because I wanted to say something here about you're like all these different gypsies like got together in a park, and
and it was
I'm thinking to myself,
like an
myself,
orgy or
you know what
something.
no, you know what happened next? Everybody got fucking robbed. They went around there pickpocketing everybody, breaking into people's cars.
No, they did like they were doing like
everything.
they were all like for playing music, doing fortune telling, all this weird crazy shit. Like
Because that's how they distract you.
yeah, that's how they make their money and shit. And they do like these weird dances and shit. Like it was cool. But I met this gypsy girl, and me and her hung out for a little while, and we had a moment of it was like a fling or a whirlwind
Was she
romance.
part
that
of the
lasted for-
Gypsy Kings?
I don't even know what a gypsy king is,
It's
but
a music group.
but she was really nice and cool. We had a drink, we danced a little bit, and then my sister ripped me away from her, and I never saw her again. I didn't even get her number.
That's too bad.
Yeah,
That bitch.
that
Fucking
bitch.
Ebony. Fucking.
Well, you see, this is the thing.
That could have been your future wife right there. Could have changed your life.
Right?
You'd be sitting in probably like out in LA right now, and
I'd probably be
you'd be a music producer and shit.
I'd probably be in a tent right now, raising 3 little black Irish kids named Connor, and Warren and Kurt.
Half black gypsies running
The only
around.
way
Yeah.
the only way I accept it is if you change your name to McGregor. So you can have a black Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor.
My name is Conor McGregor.
I'm the greatest fighter in the world. That's more Scottish. I'm not doing Irish at all. That's
I'm Conor
all
McGregor. I'm the greatest fighter in the world.
I'm the greatest fighter in the world.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Dude, I love
Who the
Conor
fuck
McGregor.
is that guy?
I love that part when like he fucking broke his leg or something or won that match. He's like, "Hey, your wife sent me DMs." Like he fucking like what an asshole. Dude. He went there. Dude, what a savage.
Oh
though.
shit.
That fucking walk he does, dude.
Yeah.
That walk. You gotta respect that. That's that walk like he gets pussy.
Yep.
He walks like, yeah, bitch, I fuck.
Oh fuck. So can you say that you've had a much better experience than Unqualified Gamers podcast? I just need to hear it from the well-known Iceman.
Yeah, this has been a hell of a lot of fun.
Okay, I'm putting that in the edit. I'm just letting you know.
Well, like like we have a friendly rivalry podcast. I wouldn't say it's a rivalry, but
It's not.
To be fair,
It's not a rivalry at all. We just shit on his podcast because we can.
To be fair, I mean everybody shits on CC in there for like half an hour. So
that's a good point,
dude. I think he
Which
was rolling when I told him about I was at a grocery store and somebody told me that our podcast is what the Unqualified Gamer podcast
should be. And what's funny, by the way, I have that clip from his Twitch. I asked him if I could use it to promote it, and he said yeah. So I got it from his stream. So I have you saying that.
Yeah.
I gotta post that clip soon. But also, by the way, while we're on the topic of CC, fucking me and Jamer the other day, we were talking, probably like a couple weeks ago, we were talking because he was saying like how thick CC is, like when you see him. And I was like, is he thicker than cream cheese? And I was like, oh man, that's his new name. It's cream cheese punishment. That's what the CC stands for.
Yeah, cream cheese punishment.
I had one time where we were guessing his name, and I was like, I called him cancer-causing punishment.
Dr. Zeus calls him Canadian citizen punishment. Oh my god. Cece's gonna see this. Cece's gonna see this, and he's gonna be like, "Fuck all you guys, I'm done with."
Yeah, well,
he'll deal with it.
We love you, CC punishment. Just thought we'd state that record. We just love.
I mean, I've been asked, like Zeus was like, because you know how we go on his stream and we just start, we just talk shit about him. He's like, "What the fuck did you do to these people? Why do you hate him?" I'm like, "I don't hate him. It's like I like CC.
Yeah, we
I
love CC. We just love shitting on him.
I just love to troll him. It's the greatest thing ever.
It's fun.
Because he does the same fucking shit to us.
Yeah.
Dude, he does. You know what pisses me off more than anything is when I play games with him.
His blatant
and
racism.
I'll be well, that too, but it's like this pissed me off more than anything. Okay.
Oh, it's when you got your loadout.
Yeah, dude, he takes my fucking loadout,
and then he'd be like, "Dude, give me my guns." And be like, "I need them." It's like, no, you don't, motherfucker. It's my loadout. Fucking
yeah, it's my guns. And then he complains that he gets his ass kicked with them. Well, yeah, because they're not your guns.
Yeah.
Even though my setup's better than his.
Chambers getting so mad that his prepubescent boys coming out. Dude. They're not his guns.
They're my guns.
They're not his
my guns. They're mine.
Need to be able to do that voice like the one kid from The Simpsons, like, "Oh no, I think I did it again."
I'll have to work on that voice then. I'm still working on my Batman voice.
Mr. CC, can I have my guns back?
I'm Batman.
You gotta pull out. You gotta pull out fucking Joe from Family Guy. Hey, you want to give me my guns, please? Give me my guns.
That's really good. You did a really good Joe Swanson.
It all started with Emperor's New Groove. Fucking that fucking guy. It's the poison for Cusco. It's Cusco's poison. I started doing that shit, and then I realized it was also Joe, so I started doing that.
Buff does a really good Herbert the Pervert.
Does he really? That's hilarious.
Yeah, he does that one really
Watching
good.
video games in the basement. I can't do that shit. It's too hard.
Yeah.
I can't do the whistle. I can't do any part of that voice. It's hard.
Dude, I'll never forget. I was playing Destiny with this guy who was doing Herbert the Pervert voice, and I was laughing so hard, emoting so hard, and like K1 of them was like, "Dude, it's not that funny." I was like, "No." He said, "Chamber, please keep buttering my biscuit in the Herbert voice," and I just started laughing. And then he said, "Bring your fat ass over here, and let me fuck you in the butt," and I just went ham.
Oh shit.
And I just started like, he said it in that voice, and I'm just like, oh my god, I just can't stop. And then K1, when he said that too, K1 just dropped on the ground and was laughing himself. Like we were all like, dude, it's too much. It's too much.
Shit's too funny.
And that's our time, guys. I'm your host, Chamber, along with Davo, aka the Lean Armenian. Thank you for checking us out. Davo, hit him with the links.
So you can follow us on YouTube, Spotify, and Rumble. That is the only place that our podcast is currently on right now. If you want to follow our Twitch channels, he is known as Chamber TV, and any other socials of his, he's either known as Chamber or Chamber-1. I am the Lean Armenian across the board on all platforms except for Twitter, which is just Lean Armenian. Thank you for watching the show.